Ranger Adams? Ranger Adams? I thought that the teepee were supposed to be like tents. So why is this one made of wood, huh, Ranger Adams?
Well, you see, Reuben, you little bundle of stardust, you. This is a bark house. And if you listened to the other times I told you, I'm sure you would have known that.
Yeah, but Ranger Adams, it looks like a teepee! I'm just saying.
It's not a teepee. A teepee is made from animal skin. Does this look like animal skin to you? No, it doesn't. It's made of bark, which you can see because you have eyes. Hence the name. You ask such great questions, Reuben. Now someone else give me another one. Anyone at all. Reuben.
Where's the chief? Teacher said he would show us the sweat lodge.
Councilman Trampton got caught up with tribal affairs.
Are we still doing the sweat lodge?
Doesn't look like it.
Oh. Do Indians still live here?
This village is just a replica. No Miwok or Awanichi people have lived in the park since the 60s. Even then, most were forced out by the Mariposa Battalion during the gold rush.
Ranger Adams?
What is it, sweetie?
What do you mean by forced out?
You kids know what a genocide is?
Okay! How about we all go check out the museum?
Come on! You can't be eating people's trash! Ow! Why, you little... I am not having this lack of cooperation. Somebody better have a replacement. Uh, can someone say something?
Girls! Yellowstone. I saw it too. What in the Sam Hill was that?
I don't know.
Did you see the girl? Yeah, she was kinda hot. Not what I meant, but I get what you mean. Miss Eve? Did you see that vision too? Like, in your noggin?
Vision? No, nothing like that. But as soon as I walked in here, I could feel something.
Feel something? Like what?
Tension, fear. I don't know. It just felt oppressive, I guess.
Spooky. Yosemite! What about you? Yo, Slowsimity! You catching some Z's over there or what? Yosemite. Oh, I get it! That's very clever, Yellowstone.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen you shut up for this long. What's the deal? Whoa! Oh, okay. Forgot you were a hugger. Sure.
What's wrong with Yosemite? Does she know what that was? Because I don't know Jack Diddley. Tell me what the Jack is, Yosemite. Tell me about the Diddley.
Oh, no you don't.
Peel back this veil, Missy. I need answers. Yes, this is extremely unfair, Miss Eve.
Tough. The adults need to talk.
We are much older than you, I'll have you know.
Whatever you say, Squirt. Come back to me once you sprout up a few more inches.
Please, you two. Just a few minutes, okay?
Let's take a few seconds to breathe. Tell me what happened.
Well, it's hard to put into words. Nearly unexplainable.
Just pretend you're smart and have to dumb everything down for me. Should be easy for you.
It's only easy because you are so mediocre.
Spill it.
It was like I experienced things.
Welcome to consciousness.
I'm serious. Not just sights, but sounds and smells too. I could recount how I was feeling when I laughed at a joke. Complicated instances where things felt bitter and sweet, but still full. Even extremely specific energy. The richness of a moment where you really pay attention to it. Imprints.
So what, like a vision? It's gotten tossed out there already.
I suppose. Although I feel like that implies more disconnect from it. They felt more like... Well, I suppose they felt more like memories, Eve.
Memories?
Thank you for always repeating everything I say. It's very reaffirming.
Are they yours? Pretty sure all three of you saw the same thing. I could feel it as soon as I walked in.
Positive. Every living thing in this park flows through me. I feel it. My perception of being is specific to me. Unique. Did you just say you felt it?
It was just a hunch or something. You were all spaced out. Frankly, I'm jealous of your ability to disassociate.
You must be spending too much time around us.
Reach into the choir. So, are you gonna tell me what you saw?
No avoiding it, huh? It wasn't just one moment that I experienced. There were multiple moments, and it felt like I was being sucked through all of them, through time. Languages I could understand at the time, but that seemed completely dead to me now. People I knew and was happy to see, even though I can't pin down who they are. One of them was a girl.
Eavesdropping is supposed to be quiet. You need to be considerate when we're being rude. All this stuff is giving me the willies. If I don't get them deets, I'm gonna flip.
Keep up the screeching and I will actually give you something to be afraid of.
And I won't stop her.
Don't listen to her. We can take her on if we have to.
Continue.
It's the same as before, really. I couldn't tell you who she was, but I knew her. She was carrying this woven basket. It looked heavy, so I wanted to help. And when she turned around, it was like comfort, relief, and happiness and belonging. Sounding crazy enough for you yet?
Nothing does at this point.
The strangest thing about it was that there was one thing that connected all the scenarios.
Besides yourself?
No, because the through line was that it all took place here in the park. I was present in more ways than one.
And you're sure about that?
As sure as I am about everything else so far. If only I could visit. I feel like everything would start to make sense.
Then go visit. It's not like you can't go wherever you want in this park.
It doesn't work like that, you... Precious, precious thing. I can only go to places that I know of. Obviously, that's most places here, but occasionally there are areas even I'm not familiar with.
Are you saying the great and wise Yosemite doesn't know everything?
It's a fact that actively irritates me, so don't rub it in. But yes, I'm afraid I don't even know where to start. Which means even after seeing all this, I'm still no better off than I usually am.
There's nothing about it in any of those books of yours?
I've read everything I own multiple times. If there were anything helpful, I'd remember.
guess I have no choice then.
No choice but to do what?
But to take you to the research library.
Research library?
Who's repeating whom now?
Are you saying such a place exists? You aren't lying just to make me cry, are you?
You have some serious trust issues, man.
Are you?
It's real and it's a perk of the job. Open to researchers and staff. Guess which one I am?
Why didn't you tell me about this before?
Because you keep stealing my credit card to buy used books online. Why would I reward that behavior?
If I knew this existed, I wouldn't have had to indulge in your capitalist system to begin with.
You're welcome.
Thank you. When are we going?
Let go of me. We can leave as soon as I change out of my uniform. There's a van down by the station we can use.
Oh, I haven't tried my hand at driving before.
You're not driving.
Hold your horses! Girls aren't just gonna speed off and leave us in the dark, are ya?
We're just as clueless as you are. If we figure anything out, we'll be sure to let you know.
But, I have questions.
Isn't life funny that way?
Try not to lose sleep over it.
Don't worry, Yellowstone. We can just play Uno instead of thinking.
So, in 1901, Besant and Leadbeater published Thought Forms, a collection of their compiled work that was written from a theosophical perspective discussing the visualization of the emotions and thoughts people experience every day. important because it's part of a wave of expansion in Western esotericism that occurred going into the 20th century, alongside groups such as the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. The real big takeaway from it, at least in my opinion, is that in the book, Besant and Leadbeater lay out 3 principles for this philosophy: quality of thought, nature of thought, and definiteness of thought. There are certain details that I disagree with, but they're the backbone of Dr. Angela Merrick's theory that I've been trying to elaborate on. That being mind creates matter. Are you even listening to me?
Not gonna lie, I tuned out everything after Crowley. It's all voodoo to me.
The Lima, actually. But because you're helping me out, I'll let your disrespect slide just this once.
It's not disrespect. I just wasn't listening.
So, before I get my hopes up...
Oh my god, you have hopes? Next you're gonna tell me you have dreams, too!
Before I throw you out of this vehicle, what do you think the chances are of us actually finding something of value at this library?
It depends on what you're looking for. This isn't exactly a public library, you know. It has records, essays, articles, and a bunch of other things I'm sure only you will find interesting.
It sounds like a treasure trove. I won't be sure of what we're looking for until we get there, but now I'm positive we'll find it. Whatever it is.
You sure do have a fetish for learning, huh?
Fetish? Is there not a single bone, or organ, or tendon in your body that isn't crude? It is a fascination. Understand, you barbarian?
Sure.
But yes, if you're actually wondering, I find acquiring new information to be a joy. And the more I can indulge in it, the better.
Fetish.
I despise you! Sometimes.
You're not exactly a barrel of dandelions either.
I have my reasons, you know.
Your research, right?
Yes, but not only that. Retaining information is difficult, especially in the long haul. I first noticed it with Zion. Then me, eventually. Memories seemed fuzzier. Details that used to be clear just began slipping away. I noticed it in Yellowstone, too. Sometimes when she's cooking or cleaning or even just playing with Zion, she'll pause. Get this faraway look in her eyes, like she's missing something. I think it happens to all of us at one point or another. It might just come with the territory, with existing. But it feels like a curse.
You sure it's not just existing that's the curse?
It's all perspective, I suppose. Sometimes it sure does feel that way. But for me, soaking up as much information as I possibly can, about anything, even things that might seem silly or esoteric, is how I cope with it. To make sure I never truly delude myself into thinking the essence of existing is suffering. Because there needs to be more to it than the things that scare me.
Color me jealous.
Are you setting up a sarcastic punchline, or is this a segue into genuine admiration for me?
The fact that you think jealousy equates to admiration says more about you than me. mean it. You have an actual philosophy to live by. A structure of belief that drives you to action. That means you're tenacious, or tenaciously oblivious. Not everyone is so lucky.
God, I'm getting secondhand depression just listening to you. Motivations, beliefs, whatever it is that keeps you diving headfirst into insanity. That isn't something you're either born with or without. Attributing it to luck undermines not only your ability to seek truth, but also the one current that flows through every living and natural thing. Ask what it is. This conversation warrants anticipation.
You're unreal.
Ask me!
Hot skippy, Yosemite! I don't got a clue about the thunk inside your thing. Hit me with them deeds!
It's will. The intention to commit to an action that changes the surrounding environment. Intention. You have to have it when you get a cup of coffee. The Earth absorbs heat unevenly. Thus, it has intention to diffuse the gas via wind. But to act on intention takes will, which means anything with the potential to act, at the very least, shares will. If something exists, but it actively denies its capacity to change its reality, it's either oblivious to the power of its will, or... it's scared of it.
Dang, Yosemite. Your 8th grade pseudo-philosophy stabilized the serotonin in my body for the first time in years. I could feel my bootstraps lifting me into the sky as we speak.
Quit strawmanning me with an adage I didn't even say. I just want you to act on your potential in a positive way. Because right now you're only using it to constipate yourself. With fear, probably anger too.
Wait, shut up. Did you just imply that you have an emotional investment in my long-term happiness?
I do. Yeah.
Oh. Thanks, I guess. It's just funny you say that, since there are some implications that crop up from that.
Like what?
Well, you know, like how if you believe the potential for will exists in every natural thing, then you're saying people are part of nature, inherently. That's pretty optimistic for you, don't you think?
Eve. I said what I said.
A blue 5. Let me see. Ah! There! 5. And I know you don't have any reds left. You may have to draw. Yellowstone, stop daydreaming. It's your turn. This is very serious.
Oopsie daisy. Me and my dilly-dallying. Let's see. Red 5, huh? Well, any other day, this would put me in a real pickle. But I'm thinking this wild card right here is gonna land me in... Uno!
Again? You always save the fancy cards for last. It's extremely unfair. One more round.
Yeah.
Yellowstone, if you don't want to play, I really wish you would come out and say it.
What? No, that's not what's... Golly, I'm sorry, Zion. I just got brain worms squirming around in the old noggin, I guess.
Brainworms? Don't tell me you actually ate one of our mud pies again.
Nah, not this time. It's that memory, dream, vision, whatchamacallit we all had. I can't stop thinking about it. And I'm the best at not thinking about things.
Well, it was a very intense experience. It only makes sense for it to linger with you.
But it's more than that. It was like I was seeing things through some other fella's eyes. Like it wasn't me.
I had a similar feeling. It was such a relief once it was over.
You're telling me. Except, it still kind of feels like I'm there. And then I got to thinking... What if what I saw in the whatchamacallit was the real me, and the me that's here right now is just a phony? What if I don't actually exist? What if you, Yosemite, Eve, and this entire park don't exist?
That's real screwed up, Yellowstone.
I know! Oh, it's really bumming me out. Everything seemed so solid before. Now it all seems flimsy. Like a thin tater chip you can see through.
Don't be bummed out, Yellowstone. Here, let me draw us another hand and we can talk about it until you feel better.
you do that for me?
Of course! I love you! And besides, existence is extremely strange, especially if it's not something you consider very often.
Is it? Until Evo came along, I always felt like any Jack and Jill you'd see on the hiking trail. Well, minus the cone dome. But the way she talks about us makes me feel like some kind of goober that shouldn't be real. Like we're something out of a dream.
It's interesting that you mentioned dreams. People have theorized that life is one big dream since people could theorize.
Oh, like that one banger we always jam to. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a... Oh.
What is it?
Do you know that fancy word? That one that happens to you when your ticker starts beating real quick and you get so spooked you start sweating and it just keeps going until your brain sort of farts?
Anxiety?
Zion, I think I have anxiety.
Did you lock it?
Yes, Yosemite.
You didn't forget to turn the headlights off, did you?
They're automatic, Yosemite.
Did the engine sound weird to you? Because
You can stop now, Yosemite.
Little things tend to add up, you know.
Yeah, like you're complaining.
So how long do I have to wear this hat for anyway?
Until those daggers on the sides of your head fall off.
My ears are beautiful!
And also distracting. We'll have a lot of explaining to do if someone sees them.
I think everyone else should explain to me why their ears are so round and disrespectful.
You know all about that.
Museum! I'm just going to sneak in real quick and read some of the plaques.
Oh, no, you aren't.
But...
We'd be here all day. You can come back another time.
One day. Oh, is this it?
That's right.
I was expecting something more... elegant.
Ha!
Ow! Thin ice.
Already melted.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie, but we aren't open to the public.
Eve?
Jesse, what are you doing here? Cheryl's always here on weekdays.
Well, Cheryl and some of the museum staff got laid off in the last round of budget cuts, so the upper brass has been exploiting... relying on volunteers more. So I thought, what the hey, I'm a registered volunteer, may as well take a vacation day to look after the old place and get some work done.
So you're not getting paid for this?
What can I do for you, Eve?
Your lives sound like nightmares.
Oh, and who is this? I never see you with someone else, Eve.
Friend from college. She's looking for some reference material before her study gets reviewed.
A friend, huh? Do you let all your friends wear your hats? Or only the cute ones?
Whatever you're trying to imply, you should stop.
Boo. You never talk about yourself. What choice do I have but to guess?
Do not.
You could at least tell me her name.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Lilith. If you want, you can put a doctor in front of that on account of my PhD, which I'm very proud of.
Oh, impressive. You keep some interesting company, Eve.
Yeah, she's the salt of the earth.
Well, Lilith, it's nice to meet you too. I'm Eve's supervisor.
Yes, Jessie! I've heard so much about you. Thank you for looking after my tiny friend here. I know she can be a handful most of the time, but I think having positive influences like you has made her life significantly less miserable. Despite her best efforts.
Oh, Lilith. You've changed so much since your days of passing out drunk on the lawns of frat houses, you massive piece of human garbage.
Damn. I'm not sure how you two haven't killed each other yet.
It's a struggle.
So, do you need me to pull out anything specific? Or would you rather sift through the whole library?
We'll dig through the whole library. It could mean we're here for a while, though.
That's fine. Just make sure to sign in. I don't know who looks at the sheet, but I'm sure it's important to someone somewhere.
Just around this corner, then?
You make it sound simple, but yeah. Let me know if you need anything, girls. Good luck!
Christ, it's worse than I remember. I assumed this would be a daunting task, but this is unwieldy. Where do we even start? Well, Eve. I suppose you'll just have to start on the left, and I'll just have to start on the right. And then we'll meet in the center? Oh, Eve, don't be so difficult. For my sake, you can drag yourself further to the right. How you doing over there? Stimulated. Nothing has triggered anything quite like that vision yet. But I'm learning tidbits about myself. The park that I didn't know.
Also, a lot of this is validating info I already knew, which is invaluable to me, I assure you. What are you up to over there? Staying protective, I hope?
Depends on your definition. It's probably nothing that would help you, if that's what you're wondering.
Try me.
I was just starting to get comfortable, too.
Your noble sacrifice is noted. So, what am I looking at here?
Words. They're a series of structured letters arranged in such a way to communicate information.
Next time.
Uh-huh. It's a collection of personal journals from folks who were in the Mariposa Battalion.
Brushing up on your Gold Rush history, are we?
Not really. I was giving a tour of the Awanichi village to some 4th graders earlier today, so it's been on my mind. Was gonna get into the real nitty-gritty of it all when their teacher got in the way. Don't think the parents were too happy with me.
Can't have little ears hearing inconvenient truths.
It was convenient for them in the long run. Convenient for Governor McDougal to give the go-ahead. Convenient for James Savage to lead. Convenient to manifest destiny and benefit from it.
Probably not so convenient for the Awanichi.
Probably not. It's hard to find motivation to work here for a lot of reasons. But knowing what people are capable of and why this place is even a park to begin with, that might be the hardest.
protection is more valuable than your guilt. Do your part by doing something. You've already had this epiphany. Now apply it elsewhere. As for the evils people do, they're capable of much greater goods.
Interesting to hear you, of all people, say that. The night we met, you couldn't stop talking about how people sucked the big one.
Perhaps this will surprise you, but even I am capable of having my mind changed.
Hey. It happens to the best of us.
We're hardly the best.
Of course we are. Of the worst.
Speaking with your eyes, girls.
Just ignore her, Lilith. She'll eventually go away.
Please. That would really hurt. All I want to do is tease and love on you. Is that so bad?
I'd say it's a good way to knock her down to size, but maybe she's short enough as it is.
Is that your screwed up way of defending me?
No, it was an insult.
See? Me and you could have this exact same dynamic if you only let it happen, Eve.
Trust me, what me and you have is better than this.
Well, thank you. Gosh, maybe I am making an impact. Anyway, girls, just wanted to let you know that this place is technically going to close soon. But since Eve is staff, I don't see a problem with you staying. As long as you remember to lock up afterwards.
Don't just stand there, Eve. Thank the kind lady.
Thanks, kind lady.
You're welcome, rotten girl. So, what was it that you two were looking into again?
Someone has nosy tendencies.
Hey, cut it out. Only I can give her crap for that.
But it's so obviously true.
Sorry, she's right. It's a bad habit of mine. I just thought maybe I could help you find what you're looking for. Whatever that happens to be.
Over the course of my research, I briefly stumbled upon some pictures. They were of a cave somewhere in this park. I believe they're valuable to some of the information I'm presenting in my article. Unfortunately, neither me nor Eve have been able to identify the caves.
Do you have the pictures with you? You could try to match them with the photos you come across here.
Like I said, I only saw them for a brief moment. You could say they flashed by. And I have no way of referring back to them.
How?
Ever.
There are lots of caves in this park. Some of the systems go on for miles. It makes sense that you're having such a hard time narrowing it down. But if you can't find any info on it, there's probably a pretty dang good reason. So, unless I'm finally going batty, what you're looking for is probably closer than you think.
Is that a map of the park?
That's right, and an old one too.
I must witness.
So excitable. But be careful, I'm not sure how many of these we have archived.
Handling old things is my specialty.
Maybe you should try specializing in patience next.
And maybe you should try not being an empty, miserable shell.
Well, maybe you should.
Ladies, really?
She brings out the worst in me.
You do that yourself.
I take back what I said. Maybe I don't want what you two have.
The map?
Right. Every so often, management will decide to stop promoting certain areas of the park, usually because of safety or environmental concerns. This will typically involve removing trail markers and taking it off the maps we hand out.
Do you think that might be the case for the place we're looking for?
There's a good chance.
Indian caves. What is this?
Good eye, Lilith. That's what I was about to show you.
What? How come I've never heard of it?
This park has been here longer than the 5 years you worked at it, honey. This place used to be marked like any other area of the park. It was popular too, being so close to Lake Mirror and all. The caves were easy to explore and walk through, so it was great for kids.
But...
I hate giving your cynical side more ammo, but it's probably what you're thinking. People kept leaving their trash and camping gear there.
it was too much of a hassle for anyone to bother cleaning it up, right?
Right. It breaks off from a trail and is pretty out of the way. You know how difficult resource management is here, so you can't really blame them.
Oh, I can, and I will. isn't too far from here. What do you think?
That we should pay it a visit.
Now?
You don't have anywhere better to be.
I'm only letting you have that one because it's true.
Excuse me, you can't go now. It'll be pitch dark.
It's your day off, right?
Technically.
We're good. I don't have to listen to her.
Don't just ignore me after I helped you.
Hey, Jesse, you don't mind if we borrow this, do you?
Fine. Just make sure to bring it back. There's supposed to be more red tape involved in this, but
Thanks. I'll never let anything bad happen under your watch again. I promise.
you can't just say stuff like that and not expect me to. Just leave, okay? Get out of here, get!
Come on, let's go.
Hold on! You can't just tell me what to do!
Just did. Now hurry up. Lake Mirror isn't that far, so it should only be a 10-minute drive.
And Eve, please don't blame the people who visit this park for what's wrong with it.
Coming around to people, actually. It's the lazy institutions they build I have a problem with.
I'll take that.